Okay, now let's go into the history. In the spring and autumn period, there occurred moral and political decays. The house of Zhou dynasty was no longer authoritative. The states entered into a struggle for survival. The local princes broke away from sacred bonds of lineage to the dynasty. The unrelated princes did not hold the bonds of loyalty to the royal court, and some states also suffered from violent internal strife among the local lineages of the noble families. For example, in the state of Lu, Confucius' homeland, the powerful noble families usurped the power of the prince. The new powerful states of Chu, the state of Qin, the state of Wu, and state of Yue were not committed to the traditions of the Zhou culture. In 880 BCE, the ruler of Chu claimed to himself the title king. Originally, the title king was monopoly of the Zhou king. At this point, the institution of hegemonic system was established. With the help of his famous minister Guanzhong, Duke Huan of the state of Qi established a League of States. And this League of States was ratified by the Zhou king during the years 649 till 639. This was a system of collective security. The general peace was maintained by an overwhelming power in this way. Later, the presidency of the League passed on to the state of Qin. By the time of Confucius, the hegemonic system had collapsed, and there were more effective central organization and central control in many of the states. The able rulers of those states attempted to weaken the power of local hereditary nobles. They started to recruit talented people from outside the local hereditary aristocracy. And there appeared more mobility and more opportunities in the administrative sphere and the military sphere. The stratum of Shi emerged increasingly. At the beginning of Zhou dynasty, the term Shi was used to refer to a stratum of lower officials in the administrative systems of states and the royal organization. They were in charge of, for example, ceremonial, military, scribal, divinatory, and fiscal jobs. Initially, most of these officials came from the noble families, but later on, it developed into a class of its own. It was a class of service people. Confucius himself belonged to the scribal group of this service class. They were in charge of archival documents. Most of the Shi class may have been of aristocratic origin, but there were ordinary people who seek the opportunities to enter into the class. It is worth noting that there emerged an intellectual stratum in the class. Confucius was a spokesman of this class of wandering intellectuals. He was committed to the professionalism of the government service. Confucius even enjoyed the privileges of government service. Nevertheless, It is precisely in this stratum that the intellectual conflicts emerged. It was called 100 schools. Intellectuals proposed opposing views of the world, although they shared the similar concerns about the situations. The pluralism and intellectual conflicts would promote intellectual progress and creativity. However, to Confucius and to his colleague, this pluralism was a dismaying state of chaos.